7 years now, we've been helping you with your money. So have that pen and paper in hand because there's a lot of advice coming your way over the next half hour. Let's get straight to it. We're going to start by helping an NRI save enough to refurbish his home over the next 5 years. In our product review, and this is important, we'll look at the Birla Sun Life Mid-Cap Fund. We'll help overseas Indians buy insurance in our last segment. It's time for me to bring in Dhirendra Kumar, the CEO of Value Research. Dhirendra, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, Dhirendra, it's been a very interesting week for us as retail investors and borrowers. On one hand, we saw the RBI give us a rate cut, and then after that, several banks readjusted their home loan lending rates, and that means a great deal for our, for our monthly budgets at home. Now, we also know the other reaction to that is that fixed deposit rates come down. Small savings rates have also come down. So anybody who's holding, post office savings, or you're somebody who invests in post office savings, this impacts you as well. Dhirendra, is it time for us to sort of put everything back on the table and re-look at the rates that we are getting, re-look at the kind of investments we're looking at?
Yes, absolutely. The primary, the big concern is about the people who are in retirement, the people who have invested their money in fixed income. They are deriving that income, and that is barely enough to support them now. And if that comes down, the inflation, of course, will come down. And, as the RBI governor has said, that the real return has to be more. But one has to see that how much of your consumption is elastic. A lot of savers do not, if your life is built around an income of, say, 15,000 rupees or, something like 13,500 rupees. And I really wonder that inflation coming down, how much potential it has to bring down your cost. And so if your consumption is not elastic, or if you can't do much about it, then you really have to revisit this, because one, the capital will be constant. You cannot, your income from that capital is coming down from fixed income, and you are completely risk averse, and understandably so, because your income, incremental income, you're not working anymore, deriving income from your investments. So one has to, look at it more objectively, how you have to take that risk, what you should be doing to enhance your return. If not enhance your return, how to ensure, because you have double challenge. One is to protect the worth of your capital if you're consuming oil investment, and particularly people who are dominantly, India has been a country of fixed income investor, and those investors who are just on the borderline of consuming all their income from fixed income, they need to really revisit. They need to look at hard times ahead, and I don't think there's an easy consolation for them.
In fact, the other set of people who should be looking at this very closely are those who prefer to use the PPF. Now, a lot of people I know assume that the PPF gives you a guaranteed return through the life of your investment of 15 years, which it doesn't. The government sets the rate of the PPF year on year. Should we keep an eye out for the rate of the PPF and see if there are going to be any changes as well? Is there a likelihood there?
Yeah, very much so, because all the things which is managed by a National Saving Organization, they are being, I don't know, it is being talked about that the government should look at it very seriously. But I don't think there is a need to do that, because it is all in process. Every year the rates on small savings schemes are being revised, whether it be PPF, NSC, Post Office MIP, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. I think, government needs to take a very hard look at what has happened to all the people in retirement who invest in such schemes. Maybe provide a window to some people, particularly the old people. And there is a scheme, the Senior Citizen Savings Scheme mandates that people with, over 60 years of age can only invest. There's a maximum investment possible beyond which one cannot invest. You maybe retain that differential thing for old people, because I don't think they have easy way out, and I don't think we can actually educate them. The time is gone. They don't have time on their side. So I think creating a preferential rate of interest rate for those people up to a ceiling, even if it amounts to being a less modern economy, I think it will be worthwhile.
All right, so if you're someone who relies on fixed income instruments, FDs, small savings schemes, post office savings schemes, or the PPF, you're going to have to take a closer look at what those interest rates will be this year and over the course of the years to come. And we're here to help you if you have any questions.